will be edited out. They won't see any of this. Especially that. Hey guys, so my name is the BatV2. I'm normally a Twitch streamer, but tonight I decided that maybe some of my viewers would need some help with some different things. So I'm going to give 5 tips on how to become a better Hollow Knight player than you are today. And now, I'm not a speedrunner, I'm not specialized in Hollow Knight or anything, but it's a game that I really enjoy and I've struggled with. And so, here's 5 tips that you can use to improve your gameplay. The first step: explore everything. There are always these little nooks and crannies and these little places that you may or may not find something. Hollow Knight is full of secrets. There are little bits here and little bits there that you would not expect to find. And there are tons of breakable walls, and they all lead to nice little secrets. They may give you a little bit of lore. They may lead you to an exciting boss fight, which is another video, to the Brooding Moloch, which we'll add the link to somewhere down below. But you have to hit everything, and you will find those secrets, and you'll find those abilities, and you'll find those mask shards that maybe you were missing. And later, when you get the ability to dash through the floor, that will also be part of this. But making sure to take the time to explore everything to the fullest, even when it doesn't feel like there's going to be anything there. There always is. And that's what I've noticed. So guys, like I was talking about, with exploring everything, this is the area where you first land, where you barely have reached anywhere into the game, and there's really not, it doesn't seem like there's anything here. But if you are really making the effort to explore everywhere, and you walk over to this side, you'll actually find a little bit of geo. Here's another thing that you may not know. When you're going through here, you kind of see this area down here, and it's got a little bit of geo on it, but there's more secrets in Hollow Knight than even I have found, and I've played quite a bit of this game. If you jump across this hole, and you have to do a thing called down pogoing, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes, but it leads you to a whole nother area. There's another set of lore that we can read right here, and it gives you a charm. And I will do another video on how to get all the charms in the game, and that will be in the link down below. But this is something that it's super important to kind of explore everywhere and hit every wall, just in case there's a breakable wall or something that you can find behind the wall. So that's super important to do. So I would suggest, 1, always hit everything, explore every nook and cranny. There's always something there for you. Thing number 2, don't worry about geo. Geo is important, yes, but only up to a certain point. This game doesn't have, it's not like a game like Bloodborne where you have to go and buy blood vials. It's not a game like Super Mario Odyssey where there's many things you can go buy at the store, or there's cosmetics, or there's anything like that. No, this game has a very limited source of objects that you can buy. They have charms, they have charm notches, they have maps, they have map icons, and they have upgrades for some charms. Oh, and nail upgrades. And that's pretty much it. There's unlocking fast travel points, but you really don't need to hoard as much geo as you think you do. And it kind of gives you this false sense that you will need a lot of geo right at the beginning, because geo is scarce right at the beginning. And I'm not saying skip geo, but what I am saying is, if you reach the end game, or you're close to the end game, or you've bought out both shops, it's okay to let that geo go. You don't need to be carrying Gathering Swarm all the time. As much as, if you come watch me in my streams, I do. I have a tendency to keep it on there, but it's not necessary, so you don't have to worry about it. And that can relieve a lot of the stress, especially if you've lost your shade and you're worried about dying again. It's okay. It'll come back. Number 3, and we're actually going to switch to gameplay real fast for this one. So here we have Hollow Knight. We're in Hollow Knight, and for thing number 3, we are talking about learning efficiently how to down pogo. Now, for those of you who don't know what down pogoing is, we're actually going to go somewhere we can down pogo. We're going to go over to the Brooding Moloch's lair. Down pogoing is when you swing your sword downward and you bounce off something. Whether it be an enemy, a set of spikes, little things in the background, because there's actually a lot of things in the background that you can bounce off of. And as I try and explain how to do this, I can't do it once or twice. This becomes vital in the later game. Learning how to just swing your sword down and bounce off things. And if you just want to come over here and just smack your sword repeatedly and just learn how to move a little bit back and forth and always swing your sword down, it is super useful. One of the best things you can learn in the early game. Some great things it's used for. If you're falling, you can down poke off enemies if there's somebody below you, or spikes, or like you saw me just a second ago, fall into the spikes. It can protect you from doing that, and it will be used for a super important part later in the game if you're going to truly complete this game, which is a monumental task. But it's very useful to learn right now, today, how to down pogo correctly. And it may seem like something simple, like, yeah, I got this. It's harder than it seems, but you can do it. Thing number 4, and this one, I've had a lot of people disagree with me on it. Play this game like it's Dark Souls. You have huge bosses, you have a limited number of hits, you have very little healing time, and they always do more damage than what you can heal, every single time. It is better in this game to take the fights a little slower, back up a little bit, smack them in opportune times. When you're just starting out, play this game like Dark Souls or like Bloodborne, where you they make an attack, you make a counterattack. You back off, you dodge their attack, you make a counterattack, and it will save you hours and hours of frustration. It's so useful to play it like that. And the last thing on this list, this one's a little bit harder to hear. It's okay to lose. And I say this in the nicest way. When you are fighting creatures like, for me, I personally struggle with creatures like the Lost Kin, the Watcher Knights, and of course, Absolute Radiance or the Pure Vessel. They just kick my butt. They wipe me across the floor. And that's okay. This is a game. You are okay. You can just come back here, maybe with a stronger nail or a better spell, and you can practice them, and you will be able to beat them as long as you keep your cool. And I've done this myself, where you start losing to a boss, and on my PlayStation, which is where I originally got this game, I lost to the Traitor Lord and the Watcher Knights. They were the two bosses I was stuck on, and I lost to the Traitor Lord probably, I want to say about 120 times. I wanted to throw my controller at the screen. I wanted to break it in half. I wanted to scream, yell, swear. I mean, the works. But then I gave it a break for a little while, and I came back the other day after playing it on a totally different console and just learning how to re-enjoy the game. And I was able to beat him like my 3rd try. Now, I still didn't beat him my 1st try, and that's the important part. But it's okay to lose sometimes. It's okay to mess up. Anywho, those are my 5 tips to improve your Hollow Knight playing, to improve how things are working for you. Put down in the comments below if you found any of these useful, or if there's any other tips you guys think you would love to hear or love to use. If you guys want to catch me live playing Hollow Knight or some other games, I play lots of different games, you can follow me at the twitch.tv/thebatv2, link in the description below. Or if you guys want to talk to me directly, you are totally welcome to on my Discord, which there will also be a link to that into the description below. Anywho, you guys have a wonderful night. I hope these helped. Bye bye.